In 2023, the average American couple needed 2 full-time salaries just to afford a median-priced home. In 1970, 1 salary was enough. What changed isn't that people got lazier or spent more recklessly. What changed is the system, and the institutions that profit from it understood exactly what they were building. This is the 2-income trap. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why working twice as hard made your family twice as financially fragile. Here's the assumption almost every couple makes. 1 income can support a family, 2 incomes can support that same family, plus have $50,000 left over for savings, investments, and actual wealth building. It's basic addition, except it's wrong, completely wrong. In 2003, Elizabeth Warren, then a Harvard bankruptcy law professor, not yet a senator, published the results of the largest study ever conducted on American family bankruptcy. She and her co-author analyzed over 2,000 families who had filed for bankruptcy and expected to find the usual culprits: reckless spending, bad luck, medical emergencies. What she found instead changed how she understood the entire American economy. 2-income families were more likely to go bankrupt than families with 1 working parent. Not less likely, more. People working harder, bringing home more money, doing exactly what the economy told them to do, and they were losing everything at higher rates. That finding is called the 2-income trap. And understanding it starts with 1970. In 1970, about 43% of women participated in the workforce. The typical middle-class family ran on 1 income, and that 1 income was genuinely enough. A median-earning family spent about 25% of their income on housing. They had a car, took vacations, funded retirement, and still had margin left over. But more importantly, they had a backup plan. If the primary earner got sick, got laid off, or the economy turned, the other parent could enter the workforce. That second potential income sat in reserve. It was financial insurance that cost nothing to hold. Fast forward to today. Female workforce participation sits around 57%. In over 60% of married households with children, both parents work full-time. We've deployed the emergency reserve as the standard operating mode. And here's the consequence. Nobody explains clearly. Median household income, adjusted for inflation, is actually higher today than in 1970. We earn more. So why does it feel worse? Because of what happened to costs. Median home price in 1970, adjusted to today's dollars, $200,000. Median home price in 2023, $416,000. Healthcare spending per household since 1970, up 600%. Childcare, which barely existed as a cost when someone was home, now averages $11,000 per year per child. In cities, $20,000 to $30,000. College tuition since 1980, up 1,200%. Both incomes entered the workforce. Every dollar of the second income got absorbed by costs that didn't exist when there was only 1 income. And the backup plan was gone. Let's get specific, because this is where most financial content glosses over the numbers that matter most. Say one partner earns $70,000. The other earns $50,000. Combined, $120,000. That sounds like financial security. Let's trace what actually happens to that $50,000. Step 1. Taxes. Because of how progressive tax brackets work, the second income doesn't get taxed like a standalone salary. It stacks on top of the first income, landing at a higher marginal rate from $1. Federal, state, and payroll taxes on that second $50,000 can run 30 to 35%. $50,000 becomes $32,000 to $35,000 in take-home. With 1 child, you're now at $18,000. Step 3. The second commute. 2 working parents means 2 commutes: gas maintenance, vehicle depreciation. If a second car is required that wouldn't otherwise be needed, add the payment, insurance, and registration. Conservative estimate, $8,000 per year. $18,000 becomes $10,000. Step 4. Exhaustion spending. This one is real and almost never discussed. Two full-time working parents have less time and energy for cooking, home maintenance, errands. Research consistently shows dual-income families spend significantly more on food delivery, restaurant meals, cleaning services, and convenience products, not out of luxury, out of depletion. Add $5,000 to $8,000 conservatively. Net contribution of the $50,000 second income, $2,000 to $5,000 per year. Someone is working 40-plus hours a week, spending hours in traffic, missing dinners, missing school events, and the household nets roughly $1 per hour of their labor. The gross number on the tax return says $120,000. The actual economic reality is one income plus a rounding error. And the psychological trap is that you make decisions based on the gross number. Here's what most coverage of the two-income trap leaves out. This outcome was predictable, and for certain institutions it was profitable. When two-income households became the norm in the 1970s and 1980s, something mathematically inevitable happened in the housing market. Families that had been competing for homes based on one income suddenly had two incomes to spend. Purchasing power doubled. What do you think happened to prices? They were bid up, dramatically, permanently. Within 2 decades, two incomes weren't a path to extra wealth. They were the new baseline requirement just to buy a median home. The market repriced to consume what was available. Banks were central to this process, and they understood it completely. When you apply for a mortgage today, the bank qualifies you based on both incomes combined. They will approve you for the maximum amount both salaries can service, not one income, both. They build the payment schedule assuming two incomes will flow forever. A larger mortgage means more interest paid over 30 years. A household servicing a $400,000 mortgage will pay approximately $300,000 in interest over the life of a conventional loan. A household that bought a $200,000 home on one income pays half that. The bank collects more. The real estate industry moves more expensive inventory. Property tax revenue increases. The system generated winners. The two-income family wasn't one of them. Elizabeth Warren published this research in 2003 and was explicit. The two-income family was more financially fragile, not less, because it had no margin, no reserve, and no backup. She was a Harvard professor. The data was rigorous. The conclusion was clear. 20 years later, nothing structurally changed. The trap is deeper now than when she identified it. This is the mechanism that makes it a trap, and not just a problem. Once a household builds its fixed monthly costs around two incomes, neither partner can stop working. Not for a month, not for a quarter, possibly not ever. If one partner loses their job, gets seriously ill, needs to care for an aging parent, or simply burns out, the family doesn't just lose income. They can't cover the mortgage they were approved for. They can't cover the car payments the bank said they could afford. The math only works when both inputs are present every month without interruption. A 2019 Federal Reserve study found that 40% of American adults couldn't cover a $400 unexpected expense without borrowing or selling something. 40%. Many of those households have combined incomes over $80,000. They're not broke because they don't earn enough. They're broke because every dollar was already spoken for before it arrived. That's the trap closing. No margin, no reserve, no backup plan, because the backup plan is already running full-time. The solution isn't for one partner to quit their job. The solution is to stop treating the second income as permanent infrastructure. Here's the principle. Size your fixed costs to one income. Treat the second income as temporary. Most households do the opposite. They build fixed monthly obligations around both salaries, then invest whatever's left. Usually, nothing is left. The reversal works like this. Fixed costs, mortgage, insurance, car, utilities, structured to be covered by the lower of the two salaries. The second income goes entirely to emergency fund first, 3 to 6 months of expenses, then retirement accounts maxed, then taxable investments, This requires real sacrifice up front. It means buying a less expensive home than the bank will approve. It means driving a paid-off car while colleagues lease new ones. It means living below what your income appears to allow. But within 5 to 10 years, the investment income from that second salary starts generating its own income. Compounding begins replacing the second salary's contribution. And something genuinely rare happens. You have a choice. One partner can step back without the family collapsing. A career risk becomes possible. A health crisis becomes survivable. The backup plan gets rebuilt. That's not a theoretical upside. That's what the single-income family of 1970 had, not because they earned more, but because they hadn't spent every dollar of flexibility they owned. The two-income trap isn't a personal finance failure. It's a structural outcome that was predictable, that was studied, and that was profitable for the institutions that helped build it. You're not bad at money if you're in it. You're in a system that was priced to consume exactly what you have. The only real exit is to stop treating two incomes like two incomes and start treating one of them like it could disappear tomorrow. Because for most families, eventually it does. If this changed how you see your own finances, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Most people in this trap don't know they're in it, and the best thing you can do for them costs nothing. Subscribe if you want more content like this.